Hello and welcome to Autocar Professional. This is Prerna Lidhu and I am sitting with Kartikeyan Santharam, who is the founder of Relux Electric. It's a very interesting time because charge point operators are sort of inevitable in today's growth for electric vehicles, and he is one of the players powering India's EV journey. Hi sir, welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
So tell me a bit about your journey. You've been here since 2012. How did the growth phase start? Where are we at in terms of the 0 to 1 journey? And how do you see the industry developing, the competitive landscape? If you could start with that.
Yeah, see, we started in 2012. At that time, Mahindra has launched their small car E2. Okay, so we have set it up some charging stations. We done some trials.
Right.
But it doesn't work because 8 hours waiting time is there. So it is of slow charger only.
Yeah.
So
No
that
one
doesn't-
picked it up at that point.
Yes. After that, but we understand, I personally have the trust that EV will be the market. Because fossil fuels, coals, everything will be extinct in some days. Okay. Only renewable source will be have there.
Yeah.
Out of that, I have two thoughts. One is electric propulsion, one is air propulsion. Air propulsion is too costly and not feasible for the smaller vehicles. So electric is the only option for it. So when we want to switch to ICE to something, it will be electric only.
Right.
So because these two only sustainable and renewable.
Right.
So in that way we concentrated. Then after 2012, I started to travel across the globe. Because when I want to start some business, I need to know the market research.
Correct.
So I personally driven to a lot of African countries, European countries, Korean countries, various landscapes, various parameters. We analyze the market and we come to know that it will be the breakthrough in India. Because you can't deny the market share of charge point operator in EV industry.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, we plays a very major key role in this. If CPO network has increased, then only the vehicle growth will increase. And we will be the major deciding factor in Indian economy soon. Because we contribute GDP, we contribute international market also, we contribute interstate market also, we contribute local economy also.
Yeah.
So we understand the dynamics.
Right.
So then only we started operating. Before COVID. We installed our first charger before EESL in Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
So first GPT charger, but unfortunately that doesn't kicks off. Then market has shifted to CCS. So we are into long time. So we see the transitions.
Yeah.
So how that the GPT charger has shifted into CCS. And then from CCS to 3.3 kilowatt, then 7 kilowatt, 11 kilowatt.
You've seen it all, the long
So
journey.
we have seen all the transitions, and we procure chargers from other people's. Now we started our contract manufacturing.
When was that?
Last 3 years, we are into contract manufacturing only. Because we understand the dynamics. We are also day by day, we are also learning. So, and customer feedbacks and the market growth. The major push is from customers. So initial days, the push is from government. Now the customers also pushing.
They want it. The demand is there.
Yes. The reliability and trust on EV vehicles is more nowadays. So nowadays people are ready to buy as a first vehicle as EV.
Right.
So that trust has become.
And we've seen brands like Tata Motors launch products like, say, Punch EV, for example, to get that entry-level buyer, because you need mass adoption for the industry to grow. And I'm sure that will power your growth as well.
Yeah, exactly. And we also strongly believe that for entry-level people, soon and next 1 year, a lot of plug-in hybrids are coming.
Yeah.
So plug-in hybrids will be those who don't have trust on EV also, they will switch to plug-in
Transition
hybrid.
technology.
The
Correct.
transition takes over. So the growth, what we are seeing now is I expected in 2030. It is around 4 years ahead now.
Okay.
Okay. So we don't know what will happen in 2030. Because the transition is going in 10x growth. 10x, 14x growth.
Yeah.
Last year it was something around less than 2% conversion in electric market. Now it is more than 5%.
Right.
So this transition has picked up in just 1 year.
Yeah.
So,
some segments have grown like anything.
Yes.
Correct.
So overall the growth is good. And two-wheeler market, most of the more than around 30-40% has been changed into electric.
Three-wheelers as well.
Three-wheelers. So soon next level is personal cars. Everyone is switching out there. So now the scenario comes is there is a big market is also open. The demand also increased.
Yeah, this is the right time and the right place for an operator like you to scale to the next level.
Yeah. So when somebody is launching for a car, for example, if car is growing in the rate of 4x, we need to increase our terms in 18x.
Yeah,
So into 10 times higher than that.
yeah,
So at least we need to go for 40x. At least in 40x, we need to go for 50% growth because it is retainable model. You can buy a car one time,
yeah,
but you have to come for charging regularly.
yeah.
So we need to increase the number of charges as soon as possible.
Right.
So now that demand is with us.
Yeah, setting up charging infrastructure, while it's one of the roadblocks to mass EV adoption, it's from a CPO point of view, it's a very capital intensive business. You've been bootstrapped. How did you manage? Because again, you need funds to expand at the kind of rate that you're talking about. It's not going to be easy. So what's your philosophy behind still being bootstrapped, rejecting investments? How do you, see the industry and your own company sustain in this scenario?
See, there are two parameters to be considered. One thing is on investment point of view, as you said, it is a capital intensive.
Yeah.
As it is capital intensive, the revenue is also has increased. See, last year we have somewhere around, for example, monthly we are getting somewhere around 1 crore, but now we are switched the revenue into 4 crores.
Right. 1 year.
Okay, so the growth has shifted because car number has got increased, the utilization has got increased. So in that way, the income revenue part increased. So it is easy to reinvest again. So with 1 crore revenue itself, we are going with 100 stations. With the 4 crores of revenue, we can go for around 300 stations again.
Yeah.
So this shows our positive growth.
Right.
Okay, and demand will be also there. Every time the demand will be there because the cars never stop selling. The car count will get increased and charging station count also will get increased.
Right.
And it is not about only Relux. There are competitors are there, co-players are there. So they will also invest. So, but still there is a vague gap between this charging infra demand.
Absolutely.
So that gap will get filled up in next 5 to 6 years, where this government is coming up with PME drive scheme and lot of state government has taken some initiatives because it is a regulatory business.
Exactly.
It is not a private business, first of all.
Yeah, you need government collaboration, which is why you've tied up with the Tamil Nadu government as well.
Yes. So we understand this is closely allied with government because it is a regulatory business. So we need to policy advices and stakeholder meetings and the market scenarios, market changes.
Yeah.
Because 2 years back, EVs are in luxury. Now it is in mid luxury.
Yeah.
Next 2 years it will become necessity market. So when you are into a necessity market, automatically business will come. So you need to cater into services. The service point should be higher.
That would be the big differentiator going forward.
Yes. So this is where we are different. And when it comes to the number and bootstrap, we will be bootstrap. We are looking for investors, but investors on our terms. I'll say to everyone, when I make a tea, the tea will be good.
Yeah.
So if we pull for someone else, if we make that we need to buy this tea from this people and buy milk from this people, and the tea taste will go off. Investor will also not get their money back. I also lose my identity.
Yeah.
For us, money is secondary. Identity is must.
Yeah.
So when you fail as a founder, nobody will invest on. As an investor, he don't invest to park all the monies with us. He will be investing in 10 other companies.
Correct.
Out of that, 2 companies become successful and 10x growth, he will get his money back. Remaining 8 startups, if it is failure also, it doesn't affect him. But for me, my startup it affects my entire network.
Yeah.
my franchisees, my stakeholders, my employees. So
Absolutely. You
we
need greater
concentrate.
control as
Yeah,
well.
so we need that particular point. That's the reason we are very adamant on this financial discipline. So we are very strong. See, from the day one, we are in the operational profit, and last 3 years we are EBITDA positive, PAT positive. Without any external funding, we have around 10x growth. So, and now how strong we are in financial discipline is our company doesn't have working capital itself. Okay, so that much kind of financial support and financial discipline we are following with our good number of advisors what we have.
What is the outlook for FY27?
So we are looking for 50 crores revenue because last 2022 we closed at 2 crores. Next year we closed at 10 crores. This year we closed at 17 crores, 17 to 18 crores, somewhere like that. Next year we are planning to 35 to 50 crores.
Right. And what will that growth take? I mean, what will that growth be powered by? You're looking at network expansion, you're looking at, you've identified different cities where you're going to be expanding. What will that growth come from?
We are looking for geographical expansions as by this financial year, this fiscal end, Relux will become a pan-India company.
Okay.
So now we have our office in Chandigarh. So we are concentrating the markets of Rajasthan, Himachal and Punjab.
Okay.
So these are the markets where we are concentrating.
That's where
now.
the most demand is coming from.
Yes.
Okay.
So most demand is coming from and most utilization is also there and discom easiness is there.
Sure.
So we need to consider all the travel crowd,
Right.
the travel market survey on travel, market survey on discom support, a
Yeah.
market survey on people's towards EV push.
Right.
So everything is good in that particular states.
Right. So we're also, India is going to have a multi-powertrain future. Do you think this conversation of hybrids, of flex fuel now, you're talking of E85 and CNG is already there. So this multi-powertrain conversation is sort of distracting from the end goal, which a lot of OEMs talk about, which is the EV future. But then it's also important for a transition technology to exist because not everyone has an access or can trust the technology like EV at this point. We're still in that early majority kind of a phase. So what do you think about India's multi-powertrain future? How's it's going to play out in your opinion?
This we have a solution already that will be launching in soon, plug-in hybrid.
Okay.
So when you choose, you can choose fuel also, you can choose electric also.
Okay.
So the people who don't have a trust on electric also, they can buy plug-in hybrid. They can try that electric. If they are comfortable, the next vehicle will be in electric.
Right.
So plug-in hybrid is the solution for this flex fuel and other things.
And you're going to tap into that audience base as well.
Yes, of course, because we need to show the reliability. Na? So then only they will come to know how much they are saving. See, if you run the same car in petrol, how much you spend?
Yeah.
You run the same car in electric, how much you spend? That shows the real features.
Cost benefit has
Cost
to be
benefit, that economy benefit, that maintenance benefits, everything is there.
Right.
So you understand the dynamics, then they will switch into full-time electric.
Correct. Because of the West Asia crisis, we've seen a lot of OEMs talk about growing inquiries. We've seen on ground as well, EV sales have increased and people have sort of realized that you cannot really depend on crude so much. We've seen PM Modi's message on spending less and, you know, India's over dependence on fuel, conventional fuels. So how do you, have you seen that kind of growth spurt in the last few months? And is it going to sustain in your opinion?
Yes, of course, it is. It will be sustainable. See, the petrol prices are going
Exactly,
like anything.
that's another factor.
Okay, and you can't rely on anything because all the metal prices are increasing and decreasing. There is no standardization. Gold daily changes, silver daily changes, copper daily changes. So everywhere there is a daily changes and there is a lot of uncertainty in the field.
Unpredictable, yeah.
Okay, so now this is the right time for the people to invest and to safeguard themselves. Because in electric, even if you buy a fuel vehicle, you have to allot a budget for fuel separately. But when you take an electric, you have a benefit that you can charge in your home. Which means your 10,000 EB bill will increase into 13,000 or 14,000, not more than that. But when you take a fuel expense, you need to spend minimum 10,000 as the current scenarios is going on.
Right.
So, but in electric, you can run the show within 2,000, 3,000 in a month.
Last few months, you have seen demand growth for EVs.
Yes, there is a good demand growth. After this last 6 months, there is a huge surge in EV sales. And lot of EV commuters also increased. So EV sales is one point, but EV commuters has increased. People trusting EVs, they are taking on highways. Initially, we have that surge in weekends.
But now it's across the
daily,
board.
every day we are having that surge. So now we are forced, when we have some charges, we are about to increase the charges in the same locations because the demand has increased.
Yeah.
And we are getting a lot of customer supports, and every time the customers are in waiting. So we can see that.
Right. So there are over 30 charge point operators in this country today. Geographically, they are very well divided in terms of their stronghold areas. Where do you see the industry going forward? Because is it going towards a lot of consolidation? It's going towards a lot of OEM partnerships. What is the future of the charging infra, industry and providers in your own opinion?
See, it is a very tricky question. Why means the market is growing, okay, and everyone wants to grow fast. So in that way, it depends on company to company, vision to vision, founder to founder, the aspects will change. So as on Relux, so we concentrate on service market.
Okay,
So
service.
we want to give proper service to the customer. So we don't want to concentrate in numbers. Instead, we concentrate on utilization. So we want to utilize the charger properly, then we will go for other. So because we have invested our own money, so we want that ROI back.
Right. So what is the utilization rate at this point?
See, we have average, we have more than 18%.
18%.
Because last year we have around 10%. This year it has been moved into 18%. So, and
But
on
still
average,
very low as compared to some of the other global markets.
global markets, but in India we are having this 18% is from direct customers. We have never calculated any signed MOU with commercial operators. There is no guaranteed units, no trucks, no buses. It is directly whoever comes, they will load our wallet, all end users. So as far as end users, we are on the top. So this is what, and this is an average. So what we have, that numbers and other things.
Right.
And our growth, our revenue itself, charging revenue itself has surged into 4x. For example, last year, if we are getting somewhere around 10 lakhs per year, this month it is going 40 lakhs per year.
Okay.
So that kind of growth in charging revenue also has got increased because of the reliability, trust, and geographical expansion.
Right.
So we have seen a serious growth in geographical expansion. So that's the reason we are completely concentrating towards geographical expansion. So as you said that state-wise one player.
Yeah.
So we are also want to have, as a first step, we want to build a strong ecosystem. We want to do all trial and errors in a state what we want to.
What is the kind of network expansion we'll see this year?
This year, this fiscal, we are planning for 1,000 connectors.
Okay.
Across pan India.
Okay.
So it depends on connectors only, not on
Right
chargers.
now you have around.
Right now we have around 350 chargers,
350
somewhere around 700 to 750 connectors. Now we are looking for another 1,000 within this.
And
fiscal.
all fast charging.
Yeah, we are completely into fast charging. We believe on fast charging that every utilization of a EV car will happen mostly in DC charging.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you take a curve, because I have been inquired to a lot of customers, we have around somewhere around more than a lakh of customers database. So we called almost everyone. We have a separate in-house market research team with us. So we do the survey. So everywhere we get that everyone is using DC charger. Because either they don't have a facility in their home or they don't have time in their home.
Yeah.
Otherwise they forget to charge.
Yeah.
So
It's a behavior change.
Yes.
Yeah.
So instead, people are saying that, sir, every 1 week if I go to a fast charger, I'll charge and it will easy for me. So that kind of adaptiveness is coming to the people. So that's the reason we are concentrating more on DC charger. And initially, tier 1 cities doesn't have much attraction towards DC charger in cities like
Yeah.
metro cities. Now metro cities itself looking for a DC chargers.
Yeah.
When we have some DC charger in Chennai itself, we have good number of income coming out from that.
Yeah. So what would you say are top key challenges for the charging infrastructure industry? Because initially, like you said, utilization was a problem. We saw some operators come in and we saw like empty charger service was an issue. So right now, what are some of the teething issues that you think are plaguing the industry and that growth, that exceptional growth is not happening as it should?
See, last 3 years we found issues with products. So we buy a product from a company, they change their software, they change their firmware in next version, where we don't get a proper after sales services and the reliability. And when we stop procuring from some of the companies, the service support has been stopped. So this is a practical difficulties of all CPOs. Okay, so we are forced to buy from them. So that's the reason we moved into contract manufacturing. So we design the charger and we ask them, because we don't want to enter into manufacturing. So we have a contract manufacturing, we have hold on that manufacturing because I want to have a hold on after sales.
Servicing and
Yeah, so because we have that guaranteed TAT time of 48 hours.
right.
If our charger is not working for 48 hours, we will replace the charger. Because we have that spare charger everywhere.
Yeah. So for the feedback mechanism has to be there.
Yes. So we have a strong feedback mechanism, strong AI support for this. So we ensure that within 48 hours the charger should be working properly. And we have very close connects with the discoms where we are working in the states. Until we get to know the discom connects, we don't enter the state.
Isn't discoverability also a big issue? I mean, if I'm an EV user, like the government of India was working on an app where all CPOs are connected. But isn't that also discoverability of, we all know where the next petrol pump is, but then finding and discovering chargers and getting all of them on one curated app, is that a challenge from a consumer point of view?
I don't think that discoverability is not a serious issue. Because when a customer buys from Tamil Nadu, they have seen a lot of our chargers. So when you see some charging stations, automatically you download that app and you will go for it. And nobody knows where the petrol pump it is. So whenever you require petrol, wherever you find fuel station, you will enter.
Right.
You never care about the brand.
Exactly.
Okay, the same thing will come into charging. Only thing is, people are saying that discoverability is a problem, discoverability is a problem. I found that discoverability is not at all a problem. Only thing is the visibility is the problem.
Yeah.
Because petrol pumps are big enough,
Yeah.
so easily you can find it in a way. But when you find a small charging kiosk, you never find
Yeah,
in
and
a
you
highway.
see, even on the highway, you see 1 kilometer petrol pump coming up. All those things I think could
Yes,
help.
that should be, visibility is matters. Discoverability is not a matter. And when you go for app, now Google has started. Google is everything now
Yeah.
nowadays. So you can just search in Google, it will show all these things. So and in navigations also, car navigation is there. So discoverability is not a much issue. Visibility is the issue.
Right.
So the major point is visibility.
So that can be solved. Like, would a collaborative app, if OEMs also, for example, collaborate and there's this more industry collaboration, so to say,
Yeah, next
will
5
that
years,
help?
next 5 years you will find lot of collaborations. But I don't think it is for a long time. Okay, so because you never see any OEM running a petrol pump. Okay, so because it has become saturated point, so people has had a trust and belief, so they started it.
Right.
So now it took another 5 to 6 years to people has to get that belief, trust. So once they get the trust, now automatically they will come to us.
Correct.
So it is a new normal what we have to adapt.
Yeah. Leave us with the kind of vision that you have with the company, for the company. What is it? What are key focus areas for the short term, medium term, and the long? I think you're preparing for 2030. So how are these few phases going to play out in your opinion?
See, this year we are planning geographical expansion. This fiscal and next fiscal, we are looking for geographical expansion. And in Tamil Nadu, we are planning to set up next level. We have Relux holidays.
Deeper penetration.
Yeah, deeper penetration, and along with some lounges,
Okay.
some waiting areas.
Okay.
So we are taking the charging into a different level because charging is an allied business.
Yeah.
Where I found with interacting with the customers, everyone doesn't require a restaurant while charging.
Yeah.
They are forced to enter into a restaurant they don't like. So now we are setting up hubs
Okay.
along with the waiting area and cafe. So
Okay.
people can enjoy their leisure time and they can go for hypercharging. We are looking for only hyperchargers.
Okay. So, I mean, 50 full charge in what, 20 minutes?
15 minutes.
15,
So
20
we are
minutes.
using for because, and also we are planning to set up a dedicated bay for this particular OEMs.
How many of these hubs are you planning?
Already we have 3 hubs which is live.
Okay.
So we are planning to go for 25 hubs in Tamil Nadu in
Okay.
next this fiscal.
Okay, lovely. And then it'll see expansion into
Yeah,
other
now the
areas.
same hubs will be expanded across India.
Right. And the long-term vision, because you're preparing for 2030, what is the kind of growth that you expect the industry to go at? What is the kind of gap in the market right now? And what is the kind of volume that we should reach at till 2030 to meet the kind of demand that there will be?
See, it's very simple. Now we have 80,000 petrol pumps. We have 5,000 charging stations. So at least 1/3 means it will go around 30,000.
And the industry will only grow.
So 30,000 charging stations are required.
Yeah.
So now we are in 5,000. So it will take more time.
And how much of that pie would you want to have by 2030?
So we want to contribute another 5,000. So at least it will reduce the inflation rates.
Right. Right.
So in that way we are having. Fortunately, the business is going good. So we are also planning in a we are into nitro mode now.
Right.
Not even boost. So we are in nitro. So we need to expand it as soon as possible because people also looking for short time charging.
Yeah.
So when they get their charging in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, everyone will shift into EV.
Right.
Only thing is the charger, the reliability of the grid, the reliability of the charger
That
should
has
be
to match
aligned.
up. Yeah.
So if these two aligned, then sky is the limit.
Yeah, sure. On that very, very positive note, thank you so much for spending time with us and sharing your insights, because this is solving charging infrastructure is going to be critical when it comes to the future growth projections that we are looking at for 2030. And I think you're doing great work. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts.
Yeah.